What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News, and getting right into it, I want to discuss UFC 275's main event for the light heavyweight title for Glover Teixeira taking on Jiri Prochazka. Very exciting matchup. I mean, Glover was kind of having his first title defense. He's already kind of put the brakes back on his retirement talk, even though he's 42, 43 years old now. I mean, but, you know, the guy's on top, so I guess he knows what's up. This is a very exciting matchup for a lot of different reasons, right? I mean, Jiri, who's just burst onto the UFC scene. I think he's riding an 11-fight win streak. Not within the UFC. He's riding a 2-fight win streak within the UFC, an 11-fight win streak overall, right? I think it's 28-3 total. Basically murdered Dominic Reyes. Basically murdered Volkan Ozdemir. And he's really looked very impressive, very reckless. He's full of confidence. The guy is almost like this mythical fighter when it comes to his personality. The guy just seems to be born and bred for fighting. And, you know, you got a guy like Glover Teixeira, who you could say basically the same fucking thing about, you know. In the sense of the personality-wise, maybe a little different, right? You have Glover, who seems like your everyday guy. He moved to America, is up in Danbury, Connecticut, I think. And he's just really, you know, he is the epitome of hard work, dedication, having belief in yourself, and never stopping. I mean, the guy has just been there, and then, you know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. The guy's had a phenomenal career. You can't say anything against it, but he always just seems to, like, go against John Jones or Alexander Gustafsson. You know, like, he was just, he was always like the number 4, number 5 guy in the division, but it was just so solid. You know, when he started a little later in his career because he had visa issues as well, you know, so the guy has just been fighting against the current his entire career and proving everybody wrong the entire time. My dad is a big fan of Glover Teixeira, mainly because of his age, you know. In this 6-7 fight win streak that he's currently on, you know, he literally started from the bottom. He had that loss against Corey Anderson, you know, so I mean, he got KO'd by Rumble. He got KO'd by Gustafsson. He got finished by John Jones, I'm pretty sure. He might have not been finished by John Jones. No, that was a decision. But, you know, but that being said, he basically went right back to the bottom, ranked number, you know, he was almost unranked again, you know, and then they put him against Carl Roberson, Ion Cutelaba, Nikita Krylov. I mean, it was very impressive what he did. And then when he, you know, when it came to the exchanges on the feet, you know, he was getting beat the fuck up and he was getting put down, but a lot like Charles Oliveira, guys would follow him down onto the ground, and then like his game would just completely take over and they wouldn't stand a chance. Like, it was crazy. Like, it still is crazy to this day. Like, he's still doing it, you know. He completely negates everybody's game plan. He makes them fight his fight. He's willing to trade a punch and take a punch to go to the ground, because once it goes to the ground, it's all him. That's his fucking world. And that's what makes it so compelling. I'm very happy for him to be the champion right now. I'm happy he's had his time in his career. He's really earned it. He really deserves it. And that being said, his first title defense is against Jiri Prochazka, the samurai. The guy is just like a fucking mythos of a human being. Like, he just seems to defy logic on what people can do and the mindset and what the mindset can be. You know, in that fight against Dominic Reyes, it was close. You know, I mean, and even Dominic, he threw this up kick at one point from the bottom position. It looked like it put Jiri out for like half a second. Like, when he hit the ground, it like woke him back up. But like, it looked very suspect for a second there that Dom got that KO. But man, that was a fucking crazy fight. One of the biggest fights of the whole year. You know, and then that fight against Volkan Ozdemir that Jiri had, his UFC debut, right? I remember watching that fight. I didn't really know who Jiri was. I heard the name, and I've always been a big fan of Volkan ever since he burst onto the scene, you know, about 5 years back. So it was like to see the confidence and his energy going into that, and I saw his record. It was like, I think it was like 26-3, and I'm like, fuck, 26-3 UFC debut against Volkan Ozdemir. Somebody knows something. You know, this guy must be really that good. And he went out there and showed pure confidence. He was willing to put himself into danger just to fuck with Volkan's head. And it was so impressive. And he put Volkan's lights out like nobody has before. And that was just like, I remember me and my dad looked at each other like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it was a very impressive performances by Jiri. And I've seen his tape at Ryzen, you know, what he did to, I think, CB Dalloway, King Mo, Fabio Maldonado, Carl Albertson. I mean, he's just beaten everybody. I mean, he fought Vadim Nemkov and King Mo in the same night. Think about that. He knocked out, I mean, he did lose the second match against King Mo, but these were Ryzen rules where the first round were 10 minutes. He stopped Vadim at the end of the first round. I think it was a doctor stoppage. And then he fought Muhammad Law later that night, and he ended up getting KO'd himself, you know, and that was, I think, his last loss, which was like 7 years ago. So the writing's on the wall, very exciting. You know, I think it does have to say, too, in the betting odds, Yuri's the favorite, which I think is really strange, you know. Glover's not really getting the respect that he deserves in this matchup. But then again, like, he's fighting a guy, you know, 14 years younger than him, hungrier. I'm pretty sure the guy's bigger. He has more tools in his arsenal. Age, youth, strength, speed is all going to be on his side. But that's been the story with Glover's recent matchups in the last 4 or 5 years. So I don't really want to even pick against Glover in this fight. I don't really want to pick against Jiri in this fight. I'm a big fan. I mean, I guess I can't pick against Glover. I mean, like, my brain is telling me Jiri, but my heart is telling me Glover. And that's always been, it's my brain versus my heart almost every single fucking weekend. And that's where I always struggle, and that's why I never place bets on fights, because it's usually I always bet with my heart, and it fucking fucks me in the ass. So, guys, please tell me what you guys think, who you guys think is going to come out on top. If you guys think this is going to be a good matchup, if you guys think this is a shitty matchup, what you guys think is going to go moving forward. You know, Jan Blachowicz, depending on his eye surgery, is probably going to get the winner, or maybe Anthony Smith versus Magomed Ankalaev, you know, because they were trying to set up Jiri to win this fight so he could fight Alexander Rakic. It was very clear with the writing on the wall with that matchup. Like, this is what the UFC was trying to do. That was the UFC's perfect world. Two very marketable European, larger than life personalities. Like, you can market the fuck out of that fight. So that's what the UFC was really going for until Rakic's knee exploded in front of our eyes. So that is definitely on halt. There's a whole lot of more questions going to the air with the light heavyweight division. Sorry, I'm starting to ramble now. I'm very excited for this matchup, guys. So please, guys, but don't forget, like and subscribe if you guys want to see more of Mr. Mustache MMA News. I love putting out these breakdowns for you guys, so please don't forget to like and subscribe. And let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Let's fucking go, fight fans. Mr. Mustache MMA News, out.